Spoilers ahead for Persona 3. Like, endgame spoilers. Also spoilers for the new DLC episode Aigis. Just a warning. All of humanity yearns for the fall. You can feel it in your bones. The world is rotten, cruel, corrupt. Something is inherently wrong. And it is that very feeling that will lead to our doom. The fall is an event told of in Persona 3. Inherently, it is the end of humanity, caused by the reawakening of Nyx by the incarnation of humanity's grief and fear. This manifestation is known by the name of Erebus. But what exactly is Erebus? But what exactly is he? Erebus is a primordial god of Greek mythology, older even than the Titans. He was born from chaos itself, alongside Nyx. Erebus is implied to be the manifestation of shadow and gloom, specifically the gloom of the underworld, at least according to Hesiod's theogony. Nyx, on the other hand, was the manifestation of night, the darkness of the earth. It was from their union, a congress of shadows, that light and day were born, in the form of the gods Aether and Hemera, respectively. This is the earliest time that true procreation is mentioned in the theogony, leading many to believe that this was the first romantic S-link in Greek myth. Erebus is not mentioned in a lot of myths, given that he is both older and more archaic than either the Titans or the gods. Hesiod does bring him up twice more in his foundational work, both in reference to the realm of Hades, much in the same way as someone today would use the word hell. Once when Zeus killed the Titan Menocius during the Titanomachy, banishing him to Tartarus, and once is the place that these guys, also known as the Hundred-Handed Ones, came from. Bringing us back to Persona, this brings us context to his position in the story of the game. Erebus is once again a representation of gloom, though this time the psychological kind. He represents the darkness within the collective soul of humanity, and their fear of the world in which they live. He is, in essence, a manifestation of hell itself. Also, please note that Erebus here is not some ancient being like Nyx is stated to be. Instead, he's just an amalgamation of these feelings, an infection waiting to spread to the goddess of night, reborn anew from the Sea of Souls every time he's defeated. His existence also helps lend reasoning to why the tower this game surrounds takes the name of Tartarus, a realm of the Greek underworld that Erebus represents. However, the fall would never come to pass, as the protagonists of Persona 3, whether Makoto or Katone, managed to seal Nyx away from Erebus using their own soul as the lock, one that Erebus would never, ever be able to break. While Seas would manage to destroy Erebus, his destruction is not the end of the fall, as humanity will always continue to desire it. Eventually, those fears will again coalesce into an Erebus. Thankfully, humanity has a protector, in the form of Elizabeth, a denizen of the Velvet Room. She has chosen to complete the Sisyphean task of continually killing the beast, in hopes of one day finding a way to end the cycle and allow the protagonist to be freed from their duty. The footage shown here is the reoccurrence that happens at the start of her story in Persona 4 Arena, by which point Erebus is barely a nuisance to her, just another chore to complete. And that's it for this video on Erebus. I only really covered his mythological history as told by Hesiod, but as is true for many myths, especially those of this age, details vary greatly. There are plenty of other poets or groups who tell differing stories of Erebus, and I urge you to seek those out yourself if this video has caught your interest. Erebus has still only appeared in those Shin Megami Tensei games, but there's always room for that to change in the future. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.